Imagine a world where humans didn't depend on the dwindling supply of fossil fuels like natural gas and coal, a source of energy that when it's gone, it's gone. A future that is worry-free of pressing issues such as climate change, air pollution, and oil spills is right at our fingertips. In order to fully appreciate the benefits of renewable energy, we must compare them to fossil fuels. The three main fossil fuels are coal, oil, and natural gas. Here's a small sample of coal from the National Mississippi River Museum. To understand what a fossil fuel is, we must look into where they come from and the disadvantages of using them. Oil and natural gas form over millions of years and are produced from the remains of dead animals, many of which are extinct. Coal is very similar in that it is formed over millions of years, except coal comes from the carbon atoms of plants. Of the many disadvantages of fossil fuels, the fact that they are non-renewable is one of the biggest. Another big negative effect of fossil fuels is that they have effects on the climate. Millions of years ago, the Earth had a much higher concentration of CO2 in the atmosphere, but that CO2 was slowly removed by the plant and animal life. The Earth had grown used to the low amounts of CO2. Humans began burning fossil fuels and releasing that CO2 back into the atmosphere, and as a result, the Earth is getting warmer. This will eventually lead to the rise in sea levels and more extreme natural weather occurrences. Statistics from the National Oceanic and Atmospheric Administration show that sea levels are rising at an estimated 0.1 inches per year, which is much larger than the rise of sea levels over the last several thousand years. Other disadvantages of using fossil fuels include oil spills, smog, and acid rain. Al Gore, a well-known politician and environmentalist, was long ago aware of these issues. Here's one of his quotes from Ecotricity. As more and more people understand what's at stake, they become part of the solution and share both in the challenges and opportunities presented by the climate crisis. The answer to the problems Al Gore was proposing can be found in renewable energy. Renewable energy is an unlimited supply of energy that has little to no negative effect on the environment. There are many kinds of renewable energies. For example, a few examples are wind power, which is energy produced from the wind, hydropower, which is energy produced from water, solar energy, which is energy produced from the sun, and geothermal energy, which is energy produced from the heat of the earth. Besides being unlimited, renewable energy has several other perks. It has very little, if any, global warming emissions. It improves public health and environmental quality. It creates jobs and other economic benefits, and it provides a more stable and reliable energy system. A recent International Energy Association study suggests that by the year 2050, nearly a quarter of energy usage will come from solar energy. In conclusion, by comparing the advantages and disadvantages of fossil fuels and renewable energy, we can see that renewable energy holds a much brighter, healthier, and cleaner future for the world than fossil fuels. As you have seen, fossil fuels have a very negative effect on the world by emitting CO2 into the atmosphere that is causing the Earth to heat up. This extra heat will lead to a rise in sea level and more extreme weather events. Renewable energy is a clean and unlimited source of energy that has many environmental and economic advantages. Someday the world will run out of fossil fuels, and without renewable sources of energy, we can say goodbye to the things we take for granted like driving and electricity.